I know quite well. A lot of people talk about. I hear people say your experience and your relationship with two outstanding traders in Nigeria, the Jeffrey Benson and Habby FX. Would you like to tell us what's your relationship with them like? I hear people say that, oh, Mr. Mike Udoh had a great hand in their success story. Is it true?
Well,
Hello, guys. Welcome to the inaugural episode of the Profitable Podcast, brought to you by Willis Capital. Willis Capital is arguably the number one prop firm in the world. The goal of this show is to uncover the principles that drive profitability and help you apply them to your trading journey. Whether you are a seasoned trader or you're just getting started, this is the right place to be. My name is Danny P. Esu, also known as the FX host. I am going to be your host, the pilot, taking you through this journey. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Hello, guys. Welcome to the Profitable Podcast. Today, we have someone so special in our midst, someone you can't wait to see. He's been in the business for a very long time, and he is a sales expert, also currently the director at Naga Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, please, I'd like to make welcome the one and only Michael Udoh. Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
thank you very much. I'm doing pretty much okay. I feel super excited to be on the show today. Looking forward to learning and sharing my ideas as well.
Amazing. So let me start like this. How long have you been in the industry?
I'd say since 2016, 2017, thereabout.
Okay, great. So what is it that motivated you? How did you get into the industry? Did you learn it from online or?
Okay, so before getting to this space, I used to be in the oil and gas space, right? You know, where I found myself spending so much time on the water and not having time for anything else. So when that stopped, I was just looking for something else to try. And then I found myself in a cycle that talked about trading and how you can make so much money from trading. And voila, that's where the experience started from. And shortly after that, maybe weeks after or a few days after, we made our very first account blowing episode, that affects every other new traders in the house. So yeah, so it happened, and I think then it was $50,000 at the time. $50,000. So just to correct, yeah, $50,000 at the time wasn't 1,600 naira. Okay, so don't start pressing your calculators, and assuming certain figures. Okay, all right. So $50,000 at the time, I think we had dollars at about 150, 130, those regions, right? So.
It was still a lot of money as at then.
Well, it was, but now it's crazy money. You can imagine if you're owing someone that amount of money at that time and you didn't pay and you have to pay it now.
Crazy.
Exactly.
You have to run around. So
Right.
tell us about how did you get the funding, this $50,000? Was it a group thing or was it a personal fund? How did
Well,
you
to a large extent, I think it was sometimes I like to be very conservative, but it wasn't group funding. It was funded. It was not demo. It was not anything else.
At the time you got into trading, were you already experienced or is just the excitement of trading?
Far from being experienced. There was even no single experience, as I would say. The only experience I had at the time was understanding that 0.01 lot size makes you small profit. And the higher the lot size, the bigger the profit. So even how to place the trade was still relatively, I was just learning on the spot, basically. So, and it was after that episode, and I had to sit down and just say, okay, all right. So if we could lose this, we can make this. And so far, I think I can say that we're not doing badly at all.
Great. So as at the time you started, was it MT4?
Yes, it was definitely MT4. Yes.
I need you to now walk me through your journey. What has been the challenges that you've encountered so far? Yes, there's a side of you as sales expert, and this other side of you as a gold trader, right? Yeah, and
I'm not a gold digger.
not exactly right. But I am a bit curious to know.
Yes.
So if you're presented with, you have an opportunity to say, pick either being a sales expert or be a gold trader. Which one do you think you
I'll
would
pick
go for?
both.
Both of them. Okay, which one is more profitable?
Wow, that's a very tricky question. Now, in terms of profitability, yes, I think I enjoy doing both. If I'm not trading, I'm selling something. I'm not selling something, I'm trading something. So I think it's a part of me. And then sales come naturally. Trading is well, I think I'll do sales more because trading is not something I do in front of the computer screen every day. You understand? I can go days, weeks without trading. When I find the right opportunity, maybe yes, I'll take the trade.
So how did you get into sales? What motivated you?
So what motivated me into sales was, like when I left my oil and gas gig, I was just looking for something else to start and have a normal life. And then selling was that thing that popped up first, So I just, developed it and then it's with me up until now. So I think it was something that I had. I never really knew I had it, And when the time came knocking, I just found out it was just there. And that's where we are.
Okay, amazing. Now, the other part of you as a trader, I realized that you trade only gold, right? So why the choice of gold?
Okay, because gold is very volatile, right? If you're in the trend, you could smile. If you're not in the trend, you would cry. Not you could cry. You would cry terribly. Yes.
I see that. All right. So let's talk about your experience, the worst experience you've had so far as a trader, and also the best experiences you've had so far as a trader.
Okay, right. So the worst experience I'd say would be the first $50,000 I was fried. Because was I a trader then or a gambler? So I think I was more of a gambler than a trader at the time. So that would have been my very worst experience. And then that led to, me getting a bit more involved to get to understand why that would happen, and then that's every day got me closer to where I am today. And then, there was that passion that was developing, just to get to understand, seek more knowledge and see how I can make my money back.
All right. So so there's this thing a lot of people I feel like sometimes it's difficult to explain to a layman that trading is not gambling. A lot of people consider it gambling, right? So how would you explain to a layman, someone who's asking you, is trading gambling?
Okay. For a fact, trading is not gambling. But for many people, it is gambling, and I'll tell you why. Now, for those listening here, right? Let's play a scenario.
Okay.
So I say, okay, guys, I want to do a free education series where we'll teach you how to trade for the next 30 days. How many people do you think will be in that class from start to finish?
It depends on the interest.
All right. So let's tweak it and say, okay, guys, in 2 days, if you subscribe to this channel, all right, you're going to get $1 million each from trading. How many people think will be in my class?
Of course, they will trip in a lot.
Exactly. So everybody wants to make money now. Nobody's willing to put in the effort to actually, the screen time, to learn before trading. So because we see a lot of success around trading, we find ourselves becoming gamblers of some sort because we want the money now.
No.
You find someone who want to pay school fees in the next session and say, okay, I have $1,000 now. I'm paying school fees. This is August, right? I'm going to pay school fees in September. Therefore, $1,000, I want to make $10,000 by August. Is it possible? Yes. But without necessary skills, it's called gambling.
Amazing. So, great. So, for you, gaining the knowledge must have been something you were exposed to. Either you were exposed to maybe a mentorship program or something. So, walk us through that.
Okay, yeah. So I got some online education platforms where I actually, learned a bit of data and how to actually trade and not just looking at the candlestick. Because see, everything that drives the market is data, right? Either past, present, or whatever you. Data determines what happens in the market. So, but of course, I'm sure you don't expect to see everything in black and white on this show, yes?
Well, I don't mind. That's why we're here.
All right, sorry if that's what you expect. You won't get everything out of me today. All right. Okay. So maybe what you could do, maybe you can come pay me some sort of $10,000 sort of subscription fees, and then I give it to you.
I think for me, for the sake of the people watching us and also listening to us, because I know that sometimes people find it difficult to. There are a lot of materials actually out there, right? And a lot of people get to be so confused. They learn from a particular mentor, and then maybe they get to apply it. It might work the first time, the second time, and after that, it's not working anymore. And then they're looking for the next available person, and they jump from mentor to mentor to mentors, right?
Okay.
And so at the end of the day, there is information overload,
Yeah.
and this happens to a lot of traders. So have you experienced such, or
So again, right now we have a lot of mentors, a lot of education, people provide education in this space. But again, what is driving the person looking for that knowledge? In all honesty, that person is not really looking for knowledge. He's looking for a strategy that works. He's not willing to learn. It goes back to the same thing we said prior. All right. So if you want to learn, I'll say you need to invest somewhere around 3 months, 6 months to 1 year to actually understand what you're doing. But most of these guys who are beginners, so to speak, they want to go into a class on a Saturday or a Sunday or a Monday, and the next day they want to start trading and making big profits.
money,
So if they go through a class with mentor A, for instance, and then they are not successful in quotes, they feel, you know what, it's time to switch to mentor B. And they'll keep switching and switching and switching. The craziest thing is when it comes to trading, you need a lot of patience to learn and practice what you've learned. And one thing I like to say out to beginners is that when you are at that stage of learning, please, I don't know if it's right to say this, maybe you need to want to leave demo trading.
also you subscribe to actually going in with real funds,
Real funds.
actual funds?
Yes. I'll
Okay.
tell you why. Traders. Now, if you have an open position, you have an open position on a demo account, and then you have a call to be somewhere, what would you do? You would leave your trade regardless and say, you know what, I can come back to this later. But if you have as much as $50 of your real money, you will not talk to anybody. So there's a psychology that is built by your own money. Right?
Amazing.
So it helps you sit back. It's okay to lose money when you start. And for everybody who thinks that losing money should not be part of trading, run away from it. Because you would. Consider your what's it called now? The number of accounts you blow, the more experience you gain, technically. Consider it an educational fee. Right?
So how many accounts have you I remember you've talked about blowing the first 50.
Of course,
So
you've blown several
that
accounts.
shouldn't
Of
be
course,
the
of course, several accounts have been blown. That one is not today. So it's like saying you want to learn how to drive a car in Lagos. See, I'm using Lagos specifically for a reason. And then you decide to go to a gaming center to go and drive simulated cars first before you get into a real car. What do you think would happen when you actually get into that car? See, there's still no experience because it's not the same. You're not seeing the damn guys honking everywhere. You're not seeing the Lagos crazy drivers.
Yes.
So if you buy a new car in Lagos and you want to learn how to drive, you need to be ready to bash somebody or somebody will bash you or both will happen. That's where you build that experience. Coming back into trading, you need to learn. Don't be afraid to lose your money. Don't be afraid to blow accounts.
When you say, sorry, I have to come in there. When you say, don't be afraid to blow accounts, I have $100, right? And I want to, that's my last money. And I want to make profit. And you're telling me that there are possibilities of me losing my money. You know, a lot of people have this fear of even taking a position, right? They're afraid. It happens, right? So what can I do? There has to be something that I can do or you can tell me to motivate me so I don't go in with fear. Rather, I go in knowing quite well that, okay, though there are possibilities of me losing, but I am not going to lose the whole $100 because you said that you lost $50,000. You understand? I don't want to lose my 50,000. I don't want to lose my $100.
All right. Okay. So there are two things. So these days we have the prop firm solutions, for instance. Yes.
Okay.
I think like our host on the show, the Willis Capital, for instance. Yes. So if you have $100, probably with $100 you could what's it called now? Maybe start up with a challenge, a prop firm, and then maybe grow your equity at some point. Yeah. But the point I'm making exactly is that there are people who don't even want to put one kobo, but they just want to be on the demo space, basically. So when you're not putting your own money, maybe by way of buying prop firms or funding real accounts or whatever you wouldn't really have that
experience, that rush.
Yes,
Yeah.
because when your money is involved, it's different. Do you understand? And when so regardless of how much you're getting from the prop firms, right? Don't forget you have to buy with your money. So your attention is 100% there. So if you just go take a free demo account and say, okay, this is where I want to build my experience from.
MT5
MT4. So that's really not where to start from. So you could start from either your $100 in a live account or your $100 in a prop firm. You understand? But just make sure that there's some sweat coming out of your pocket to do it.
But do you notice something? No.
Tell me.
No. So there's something that happens, guys. Why is it that people are more profitable when they're trading demo account, like with the empty? It happened. Do you understand? You see a lot of people trade and then they start showing you, they pick up their phone, and then they show you if there is NFP or so, they'll just load, they'll take a trade and you see $10,000. Do you understand? But once it comes to real trade, the real funds, the stories are not the same. So what do you think is the reason for this disparity?
Well, I don't know how to put this out there, but see, demo is demo. Do you understand?
I see.
And life is life. Because in demo, so let me look at it from the broker's perspective. You understand? So in demo, you're just having a data feed. Do you understand? You don't have, of course, your spreads might be thinner and all those things. But in life, even the broker that is offering you a service, right, needs to make some sort of revenue from using the solutions, because they're putting in money to ensure that you have that price feed that you're having. So it's not the same thing, just like the example I use using simulated cars to learn how to drive and driving real cars. If you get into those simulated cars, if you have accidents there, do you know what happens? You stand up and continue your race.
I can start all over
and
again,
continue the race. But if you have an accident in real life, you will be hot.
You will not have accident. So, but do you think it's a psychology thing? Because I feel like if you're trading, right now, even if you're buying like a prop firm account and you buy it with $100, right, your mind is there because you know that your $100 is actually at stake.
Yeah.
Right now, but it's quite different when people are just you open MT5 or MT4
and they have this account
and they just give you $10K.
So
you're taking a trade.
Yes.
So you're taking a trade, and then when you're taking a trade, you just make profit. Right?
So let me add something to that. For those who trade the actual demo accounts, if you go back and check, they probably might have a position open, and then there are drawdowns on the accounts in losses, but they will leave it because it's not real money. Okay. So when the market retraces in their favor, it gets into profits and they close it. And they say, yeah, this is the profit. But in a real situation or or a prop firm situation, there are stop gaps, right? So let's say you have $100 in a real account. By the time you see $20 in drawdown, you probably start panicking. And you probably might close your trades before it retraces, or your $100 is not even enough to hold it. Now, on the other hand, with prop firms, if you have $100 in a prop firm account, I think there are daily, limits, drawdown levels you need to, and there's amount of loss that you must, keep to. So that's sort of
there are
rules that guides it.
Yes.
So that sort of keeps you, keeps you on an edge. So I'll give you another example. I don't know if you are, this is me now training shit at you. I don't know if you had this experience. For those of us that are old, there was time there when you want to use the internet. How do you use the internet?
You go by the time.
Oh, you did that? Yeah,
oh, interesting. I'm not really Gen Z like that.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm not really Gen Z.
I thought you were Gen Z like that. So, those days, when you go by that time, do you not say you don't get a lot done? Because you know why? 90% of your time, you're focusing on the time left than doing what you need to do. But if there's no cap on time, you get a whole lot more done. So it's the same thing. When you have your real money in the situation and it's not so much, your heart will be beating in both ways. You're now doing, would it go this direction? Would I lose the money? Would I lose this prop account? So a lot of thoughts racing through your mind. But on the other side, on demo account, If the loss is too much, you just close your laptop and walk away and come back as you trade into profit. And 99% of the time, nobody tells you the process that gets to the profit, but it's the profit you see at the end of the day. Amen?
I see. Okay, so in fact, there's a whole lot, a gamut of things I would love to talk about. But let me just go back to the side where you are the sales expert. You are the director at Naga Africa. So that means you have a back end information or knowledge as in the brokerage firm, right? So do you think, from with your knowledge, do you think that people or trading something that is really profitable? Are people profiting from trading, or you would say the percentage of people that lose are more than people that make profit?
Okay, so actually, people profit from trading. All right? Now, don't forget what we said from before.
Yeah.
A lot of new traders or would-be traders they're having this gambling mindset. For you to trade and be profitable, you need to invest time, resources, plenty of patience, before you start getting successful. Most of the successful traders you see today, at some point, have blown a couple of accounts. At some point, I've lost money over and over and over again. But it's just that persistence that keeps them going. So if we have a place where 70 to 80% of those participating do not have the right skill set and they are gambling, what do you think will happen?
Losses.
Exactly. So those who are now profitable are people who have done this over and over again, sort of understand their craft better. So we'd always have the profitable ones and we always have the gamblers. It's not a cost.
But then I know also that, there are profitable traders that still lose, right?
Yes. I still lose. I can still lose.
I see that.
Do you understand? I can still lose. I can still make losses because you don't own the market. Do you understand? As a trader, what are you looking for? Data, past data, and you're trying to analyze both your technical, your fundamentals, and even the sentiment in the market.
But I would say that, your losses right now are more, you have a risk management procedure, right?
So basically, risk management is good. But if you want to make money, you need to take risk.
Oh, so are you the type of person that would go in? There are people that say, I go in full margin, and there are people that say, I'll just risk like 1% of my account or 2% of my account.
Well, I go full margin.
Full margin?
Yes.
If the account goes, it goes.
It goes.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah,
guys, you heard that. He goes in full margin.
So basically, when trading, so see, everybody have different objective to why they're trading. If you want to make money, at some point you need to take some risk. If you just want to show up every day and just make $1, $2, it's still an objective. Right? So it depends on what suits your personal style. I'm not saying everybody go and take risk. You understand? Cut your, what's that word now? Cut your own coat according to your because if your size is bigger than the material,
right.
Yeah. So basically, that's what I'd say.
Okay, amazing. So let's just talk a little bit briefly about you. I know there was a point in time that you were not trading. A lot happened at the background. Maybe a lot of people knew about it and others did not know about it. How did that affect you, and how did it affect your trading life?
What's that?
I know there was a time you had you went through some surgical
process. Okay, yeah. So if the interesting thing, the surgical process I deliberately went to it. So I knew I was going to go through that process. In fact, my doctor up to today still laughs at me a lot because the only time I was grounded without my computer was when the surgery was going on. All right? The first minute I opened my eyes, I was like, where is my laptop?
Oh my God.
So the whole time, even for some of the pictures I even posted, you will realize I was walking the whole time. I think the surgery lasted 4 hours. So I think it was immediately I slept and woke up, the first thing I pick up was my laptop. So I don't think it really affected me so much. Right. So yeah, that's what I'll say.
I'm just gonna throw this last thing. This last question, and then I'll just give you a very quick pop quiz.
Okay.
Yeah, after this.
Would I earn some money from this pop quiz?
I think if you do well, you should.
Okay.
If you do well, no, I would do it like this. If you do too good, you're going to do one giveaway.
Ah.
If
Okay,
you do
no,
well,
no,
you
no,
do,
but,
you do
but, but
giveaway.
this is not nice for the sake of the audience. If I do too good, one giveaway. You should be doing 10 giveaways if I do too good, man. And if
All
I do
right.
poorly, you give 5.
No, we're gonna find a way out.
All right.
So okay. So now I know quite well. A lot of people talk about. I hear people say, your experience and your relationship with two outstanding traders in Nigeria, the Jeffrey Benson and Habby FX. Would you like to tell us what's your relationship with them like? I hear people say that, oh, Mr. Mike Udoh had a great hand in their success story. Is it true?
Well, everybody's success story is credit to God, all right, not to anybody. Jeffrey and Abby are my best of friends, right? We're cool. So it's God that gives success. Not you understand? I'm just like this favor, these guys, how do I say now? But just but pencils in the hands of the creator, man. Right. So I'm not gonna take credit for anything. So it's just
But you've impacted in their success journey.
well, at some points we all have learned from each other and benefited from each other at some point. So like I said, I don't want to take credit for anything. Everybody has grown and became successful in their own right.
In their own right. Ladies and gentlemen, right now we just quickly going to do the pop quiz. I'm going to ask him a few
Where
questions.
I win money, yes.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about that. So I'm going to ask him a few questions, and we see what which of these options he's going to go for. All right. So I'll start by asking.
Guys, pray for me. Like we need to win this.
These are very simple questions
Right.
anyway. So now, MT4 or MT5, which do you use most in trading?
Well, MT5, I think right now MT5 because on the Naga platform, we have what's called MT5. So MT4 and MT5, it's like how they say now. MT5 is an advanced version of the MT4. So it looks like everybody's tending towards the MT5 now. There are more features, more capabilities on the MT5 side of things, but MT4 is where most traders are maybe more conversant with, and then still find it difficult to what's it called, to make the move to MT5. But so MT5 is a new thing, so I think we should embrace it basically.
Okay, so day trader or swing trader?
Day trader.
Day trader.
Yeah.
So FOMC,
NFP,
NFP, and CPI.
CPI.
Which?
All
of them.
All depending on, again, data drives the market, right? So if you say, okay, I only trade NFP, so for me, because I trade gold, every news that have impact on USD, I'm interested.
London session or New York session?
London
session. Why?
that's we have a lot of volatility around that time. So
around London session.
Yes.
Okay. I think everybody has their preference. Okay, so do you go for fundamentals or technical?
There's an option you have left. Sentimental.
Sentimental.
So you need to consider all.
I know that there are people that just trade fundamentals, and there are people that just
yes. So, but see, it's good to put all three into consideration. Basically, if you want to have maybe a clearer view of, for those who do technicals, they're not right or they're not wrong. Those who do fundamentals, they're not right, not wrong. Those who do all three, they're not right or wrong. So it depends on your personal preference. Have you, I think I've seen some posts a couple of times of people dragging some, say, okay, this person is calling a buy, this person is calling a sell.
Yeah, I see that.
Out loud. Both could play out.
In
Do you understand?
grades, right?
Different grades. We're seeing different things, so we cannot judge this person's decision based on what the other one is. The market it's a dynamic one. I could see a buy, you could see a sell, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Oh, I see that.
Yes.
Great. So what's your trading strategy?
Price action.
Price action.
Yes.
Basically. Okay. So I think let me just drop this last one. Candlesticks or trend line?
Candlesticks.
Candlesticks.
In fact, candlesticks and maybe levels more, trading levels, trying to say, okay, these are the levels we're looking at where the big money will come or big money will go out. Sort of.
Amazing. All right. So at this juncture, I like you to talk to our audience and our listeners and people watching us all over the world. What would be the advice to give to an upcoming trader or someone who is already in the game?
All right. So, dear audience and dear listener, right? I believe if you are the audience on the audience side, you're a newbie or a beginner. So what you need to do is doesn't matter if you're losing money right now, just keep pushing. And if you're new into the game, learn, patience, and then give it your best. Don't give up just yet because you've blown a couple of accounts. Try blow some more. Like the guy, look at this electric bulb. The guy who invented it, how many times did he try and fail?
999 times.
So you can imagine if he failed, he left on the 10th time, wouldn't have bulb. What would we having today? Candles. Right? So don't give up on your dreams. Trading is not a scam. Trading is not gambling. You need to really understand how it works. I understand there are people who have had different experience when it comes to trading, but you need to get in to understand what trading is for yourself and not just based off your decision on what you've heard or what you perceive. A clear example to this is saying, let's say I want to get into Oriental Hotel, or let's say Radisson, for instance. There's some people who would never go close to the door of Radisson. Do you know why?
Why?
Because there's a perception that a bottle of water is sold for maybe 1,000 or 1,500. I'm like, God forbid, when I can buy the same at Yabasiras for 100. But can they afford 1,005? Yes, they can actually walk into Radisson and not even buy anything. But because of that perception, it stopped them from even enjoying the free air that is available there. So same thing with trading. A lot of us have perception that, okay, it's gambling, it's scam, it's this. When I'm judging our experiences based off on other people's, feedbacks, so you need to learn, try to understand it for yourself, try and try and try.
All right, thank you so very much for being a part of this, Michael Udoh. You've actually given us a lot of insights, and you also shared your experience with us. We so much appreciate you coming to the show, and we are also telling you that you should look forward for the next episode. Is going to be amazing. We will have more experienced hands coming in here to share their experience with you, and also the goal is to make sure that we make you are profitable. Okay, you learn from them, and then you are profitable. Thank you so much.
All right.
And at this point, you want to say peace out?
Yes, I want to say peace out because you just calmed me, man. You told me when I asked that, well, I'm going to get something, and you just haven't said anything about it.
I was more. I think I was more concerned about you giving. You did great, so I think at this point you should actually do a giveaway.
Guys, in the comment section, what would give this guy a award? What do you think? He just played all of us. That's not good. But anyways,
thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. It was nice.
Mr. Michael.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Same here, man.
God bless you.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace out.